EIDL loan applicants who are approved are worried they still may not get their grant, and they're also concerned their grant may come as part of the loan and bring them over the collateral threshold. A lot of really shocking twists for Monday. Hope you're good and safe. Thanks for tuning in. This is LALATE. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please hit that bell button on this channel so you get alerts when a new story goes live. And we'll be getting to this fascinating twist and bombshell shortly. But first, we're going to answer some of the 47 questions of your EIDL loan our EIDL loan story from Sunday right now. Nessa Camacho, it's my understanding that hazard insurance is only required for a loan of over $25,000. So here we go. I'm going to drop in the links above, the terms and conditions. There's a real battle here, and I'm not going to play this game of what is and what isn't covered. Some of you think that the hazard insurance is not covered if the loan is over $25,000. Some think it's under $25,000. Ultimately, it's your loan. If you disagree with my interpretation of the contract, then so be it. My reading of it is the hazard insurance is for all applicants. It's for all loan underwriting. Robert Henson, a prayer for those hurt, a special place for those doing the hurting. Very well said, Robert. Tim Rice, update, did my reconsideration Saturday. Followed your advice, left the congressional letters out. Thank you for your insight. So if you've not done a reconsideration, please consider our video above. I'll drop in the links above that talks about how to do reconsideration video. On Friday, one of our viewers won. He won his reconsideration, and you know how he did it? Staying to the facts. A lot of you want to throw Kimberly Butler some letters that she wrote saying, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you. My response is, you're going to lose. Don't talk that way. It is based upon new facts. Samuel Oaksby, love the channel, great up to date. Still haven't seen a dime. Not good. Tell me your situation, Samuel. I haven't seen your comment before, so tell me what you did and tell me what dates, and I'll answer your questions tomorrow. And here's a side note before we get to some bombshells shortly. Yesterday's EIDL loan video was very well watched. The grant video was not watched. And yet, last night, it was literally a tsunami of messages coming from Twitter, Instagram, emails, literally like hundreds at the same time, private messages everywhere. But then very few messages, questions on the video. If you watch the video from today, which I assume you are, drop your comments in the video below and I will answer them by tomorrow. I'm certainly happy to answer questions in private messaging, but boy, I mean, really. Moreover, I think what we're going to need is we're going to need another live feed where you can jump in and shoot your questions if you think that the video is still not answering your questions. But boy, please drop your comments below because that's the purpose of how this channel operates. Love your comments in DM, but my God, it was just, for a video that was unwatched yesterday, the comments were a tsunami later on social media. Manolo, I'm an eBay seller with an LLC, got the loan approved and grant. Good, Manolo. BL, got the $10,000 grant last Friday, still waiting for the loan to come through. Good. Thank you for the information, very helpful. Here's a 330 Vortex, I love it. Kriznikik, I don't know how you pronounce that. I applied for my EIDL 4.4, received a $1,000 grant 5.12. I finally received my portal invite 5.31. Wow, yesterday, $49,000. I opted for $24,900. I don't want to pull out the collateral. How does this processing take until to get the funds? Very well said. I mean, he's basically triggering our spoiler for today. But about 1 to 2 weeks, it should be processed. If you don't, within 1 week, call SBA. Sylvia Gates, hey, just an update from May 27th when I received my portal invite for $14,000. This morning, I received an email from a loan specialist asking for a copy of my ID because I have fraud alert on my credit and a document showing proof of business records. Sent them both. I was wondering if you knew the next steps and how long it takes a determination. How can I request a higher loan amount? How can I request a higher loan amount? You watch our video from this weekend. We did not one but two about that. Hello, it's in the links above. Do they require documents when you request a higher loan amount? Watch the video. Thank you for being so helpful and amazing. No, they do not require additional documents. Make sure you watch the video. It's just from yesterday. Beach Star, good question. Safe and golden bombshell. Well, thank you. Richie Porter, I applied April 3rd, got my credit pulled April 28th, got a portal invite on the 28th of May. My Will my credit get pulled again? No. Will you be denied for the portal invite after you accept the loan or after you're approved or denied? Well, when you get the portal invite, you go and you choose your loan amount. At that point, they do a credit check again. And at that point, they decide whether to accept or deny you. Just because you get an offer does not mean you're accepted. Bala Sunder, new subscriber. I acquired an old LLC from a previous owner March 1st, and I've been impacted by the lockdown since. What is my situation? Chance for a grant or loan? 0. The process has been closed. I'm sorry, unless you're agricultural. But if you've been impacted as a solo practitioner, apply for PUA and watch our videos on PUA. I'll drop in the links above. That's the greatest thing about those links above. Blackwood 635 got my portal invite for 527. Never received a grant, had wrong routing number. They fixed it. Then they said I get the loan and the grant when I'm approved. Fingers crossed. Well, will you? I don't think fingers crossed is enough to do. I'll give you the spoiler. Fingers and cross is not enough to do. You're gonna have to stay with us to the 10-minute mark of this video because I'm gonna explain to you why fingers crossed is not enough. Kim Akins, who comments on a daily basis, approved. The formula you have given was right on. I'm taking the under $25,000 for avoid the collateral. I'll update the funding line once received. I love that, Kim. Kim is a daily viewer. She watched our videos about collateral, which I hope you have too. And if you haven't, well, I'm going to detail that for you shortly. Gustavo Soto, good news. I commented to your video yesterday, 5:30. I got an email for the loan offer of $8,500. After a month, I got the grant. I have to verify for the loan. I'm an Uber driver. Oh, I love that. So Gustavo Soto was a viewer on Saturday, if you remember. I said, drop a comment for Gustavo. Drop a comment for Gustavo. He was saying, is there any Uber driver who has gotten an EIDL loan? Well, he is now an Uber driver who has gotten an EIDL loan. Congratulations, Gustavo. And I hope you stay with us for more. Rick Nostro, LALATE, big fan of your program. Well, thank you, Rich. I received a portal invite today for $4,800. What should I do? Negotiate? I was hoping to get $15,000 loan. Yes, negotiate. And watch our video on negotiations above. We did a video about someone negotiating for higher EIDL loan amount. I think it was on Saturday or Friday. It was a great video. Jolo Mosalad. I applied as a single proprietor selling goods online on April 11th, received an email on May 2nd saying that they're processing loans in order to received a $1,000 grant on May 5th. Wow. This is like the latest grant I've seen on this channel yet, a May 5th grant. SBA has never checked my credit, waiting for the next email. Well, that's good. I mean, here's a viewer who got a grant on May 5th, but has not gotten a loan. I mean, that's really promising. It's almost like a whole video unto itself. Tris, in response to questions, if a rideshare driver received a grant or loan, the answer is yes. My friend applied April 1st, got $1,000 grant at the end of the month, and $14,000 loan last week, credit score 841. Well, congratulations. You're friends with Gustavo. Rocky Junior Jersey. Hey, I finally got my EIDL portal, but never got the $1,000 grant. Why? Also said it was eligible for $2,900, opted for $25,000, but could not DocuSign. Do you know why? I don't. Call SBA. You should be getting a DocuSign. That's the way the grants are done. It's by DocuSign. Pedro, is there a phone number for contact the reconsideration department? Oh, and someone else dropped this somewhere else in the last 24 hours. I don't know. All I do know is that when you send your email for reconsideration, you should receive a response within 24 hours saying, thank you, I got it. If you don't, you need to send it again. It's in that email. You should have a phone number. Now, if you haven't seen a phone number yet, watch our video from, I think it was Friday, where we dropped in the sticky comments to the video the contact information for all these specialized departments at SBA. The title of the video was something like contact information and documents. I'll drop it in the links above in the playlist. In the sticky comments to that video, the very first sticky comment from me, you will see a link to a PDF that has a full list of email and contact information. People were looking for Kimberly Butlers, but I think it may be in there as well. Andrew F. Why would they reopen if it's better for SBA just to shut them down? Douglas Pujols. For Uber drivers and self-employed 1099s, what do we expect? What are we allowed to use the EIDL loan proceeds for? I have no rent to pay since I work for my home car. If you're applying for a loan, I sure hope you know what the loan is to be used for and why you need a loan. You Don't just get a loan because it's a loan out there. If you don't need the loan, as an Uber driver, return the loan. And as we've done it, and again, a video, I'll drop in the links above, of viewers who have gotten the loan to get the grant and then hand the loan back. Bruce Baird. Hey, Alec, thank you for great information. I applied for the EIDL loan of 4.6, got a $1,000 grant, got Polar invite. Question: when I select the loan amount, do I select $25,000 or $24,000 to include the grant advance I already got, or $24,900 or $23,900? Thanks for your help. I mean, he's basically our spoiler for today's bombshell. So let's get right to it. And here we go. So viewers who receive an EIDL loan approval but have not received a grant hope they receive a grant, but it's not necessarily so. And I'm going to recap what you need to do. When you receive a loan portal offer and you're happy with the amount and don't want to negotiate it, you should still call SBA and say, 1, where's my EIDL grant money? 2, when will I get my EIDL grant money? 3, how am I going to get it? What is the amount? And so forth. Don't just assume it's coming. Now, literally 3 weeks into this whole debacle of moving the goalposts where the grant comes after the loan, it is still not clear if people are inherently receiving the grant because they got the loan, or they're getting it because they're pestering SBA because I'm telling them to do so. So what I'm telling you to do is pester SBA. When you get the loan offer, you pester SBA to ensure that you're getting the grant. Now we get to the core of the confusion, as we detailed first in our terms and conditions video, which was truly one of the most watched videos of this channel over the last 2 weeks, and we've done other versions of it, is this collateral issue. Collateral will be taken by SBA if the loan is $25,000 or more. I can't recall, as I sit here, whether it's more than $25,000 or $25,000 and more. You need to look at that document again yourself. But the problem is they will take collateral, and they will take collateral for 30 years. And I don't care if you're a service business or goods business, they can take collateral. And they're required to keep taking, and you're required to cooperate with them taking collateral. Most of the viewers of this channel don't want that to happen. So I recommended them to take less than the $25,000, $24,000, $23,000. But what has now transpired is the foregoing. Namely, how does the grant mingle with the loan, and does it bring you over the collateral? And that's what the last comment was referring to. Here's the rub. 1, the loan agreement is the loan agreement between the parties. It's the agreement between the parties. It's as simple as that. So if the loan agreement says $24,000 and you sign a loan agreement, that is literally the terms and conditions of the loan, $24,000. I don't care if SBA gives you a $6,000 advance grant after you sign that document. They have no right or authority to say the grant, that the loan went from $24,000 to $30,000 because you got a $6,000 grant afterwards, because the grant is not mentioned in the loan document. How can it become part of the loan? But some of you are still worried that SBA may play that trick. And my answer to you is the following. 1, you can call SBA. 2, you can confirm that the loan document is signed before the grant is actually received. Because, how can the grant become, that comes a week later after the document's received, be part of something that was not mentioned in the document? 3, you can ensure that the way you receive the grant is that it's as a grant, that it's not an advance for the loan. Let's recall that the grant was originally an advance for the loan. This is to come before the loan. Well, now the grant is coming after the loan. It's no longer a grant against, it's no longer a grant for an advance for the loan. So you need to ensure that that timeline works for you, that you sign, that you get a loan document, that the document is signed, that the loan amount is under the collateral, and that you are done and clear, and there's nothing else for SBA to say that the loan, that the contract is other than what it says. If they would have sent you $6,000 a week later, then let them go in and send it. But it can't become part of the loan document because the loan document has been executed by the parties a week, 2 weeks earlier. It doesn't mention a grant of $6,000 ever coming. So if they want to give you $6,000 grant, hey, let them do so. But so that is my sort of long answer to it. It is still disconcerting because if someone wants to just do whatever they want to do and not follow the contract on the case of SBA, then you're in another situation. But if the contract says $24,000, you sign the contract and you are obligated to follow the loan agreement of a $24,000 loan. Who cares that someone sent you $6,000 a week later that's not mentioned in the loan agreement? So be careful. There's a long answer to a short question. Adam had a question. Adam is our viewer from Friday who won his EIDL reconsideration. I received my funds. Oh, wow. That's his total comment. He received his funds. Mo Good. Great job. Well, thank you, Mo Good. Cruz Juan. I certainly hope that they will not check credit scores. They've already done enough. I will be calling SBA tomorrow. It's been 2 months and still no offer. Yes, please call. Fennel, oh, my favorite viewer. Carolyn. I can never figure out which one it is. Ellie, you made me laugh. It's Carolyn. But yesterday she wrote, it's Carolyn. Today it's Carolyn. Tomorrow it'll be something else. SBA only offered me $4,100. I didn't know that I could have asked for more until seeing this video. Thanks for the great information. You could still call them up. If you accepted $4,100, Carolyn, or if Carolyn has accepted $4,100, both people could call up SBA and say, hey, can I have more? Can I have more? And it doesn't hurt. And if they say no, I call back and ask for another person, try it again. Recharged mine. I just got an offer of $10,000 EIDL loan, but I was never offered an EIDL grant. If I take the $10,000, will be considered part of the grant or will be a part of the loan? We just answered that. There's the same question. Sheepy Thrift. I'm an eBay seller and I applied EIDL on April 11th. Haven't received the grant or the loan. I did have the predicate pulled on May 23rd. I'm a retail clothing reseller. In the meantime, I was approved to receive UI and PUA a few days ago. How can you have UI and PUA? You can't have both. Something weird. Buy and sell Tucson Pawn Shop update. So the SBA loan officer said we approved and should be signing our loan documents within a day and a half. Called SBA today. Bombshell. Since we're a pawn shop, we're in review even though we have less than 1% of our income that comes from interest. I can now sense that in his voice we will be declined, although per SBA guidelines we're only eligible for if we had 50%. I was just beyond happy when you gave all of our staff a raise. I don't know what's going on. It looks like it's time for us to close our doors. Awful. I mean, please don't close your doors, pawn shop. Please consider PUA or UI if that applies to you as well. We've had a lot of videos on this channel. If you have a question or comment about today's video, don't hunt me down on social media. Drop them in the comments below, please, unless it's totally private and then, somewhere else is totally fine. But don't hunt me down on social media and send me 700 tweets when you could do it right here, because then I'll feature in tomorrow's video if you dropped it by 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as always. And we may also have a live video, so you can jump in there and fire as rapid fire as much as you wish. Stay safe, stay calm, and as always, stay with LA for more.